Yeah, so Wales have some making up to do. They face an autumn of catch-up here in Group E. They start tonight 6 points adrift of leaders Hungary, 3 points behind Slovakia and Croatia, but with a game in hand over the early pacemakers Hungary, and with Slovakia entertaining Croatia while this game is going on. But they've got to look after their own business against the whipping boys in the group so far. They have no points from their 3 games, and the side that Ryan Giggs has picked, well, it's sort of predictable, bar 1 or 2 positions, but it's very attack-minded. Wayne Hennessy in goal, across the back Connor Roberts of Swansea City, Chris Mepham of Bournemouth, and then a debut for Swansea's league ever-present Joe Rodon in terrific form as his side top the championship. And then Neil Taylor comes in at left-back, Ben Davies only on the bench. I think that's because Neil Taylor has made 6 Premier League appearances this season. Joe Allen and Leipzig's Ethan Ampadu on loan from Chelsea are the heart of midfield. And then the 4 going forward, Harry Wilson, Daniel James, Tom Lawrence and the skipper Gareth Bale, looking to add to his 31 goals for his country. Azerbaijan have Agayev in goal, Pashayev, Mustafazadeh, Medvedev the captain, and Krivotsyuk at the back. Almeida, the Brazilian-born midfield player, Garayev. Then it's Emreli, Nazarov and Rahimov, and then leading the line Ramil Shedeyev, who scored against Croatia and Slovakia, so he has 2 goals in this group. Wales all in red, Azerbaijan all in white. Wales playing from left to right. It's not quite a full house, and there's a knot of about 100 Azerbaijan supporters who are behind Salat Agayev's goal. It's Azerbaijan who kick off. There is simply no room for error tonight for Ryan Giggs' men, as the ball is in the Azerbaijan half. And the Azeris, well, they said they had a special tactic for Gareth Bale today. Their coach Nikolai Jurkovic, full of respect for Wales, but as Azerbaijan are on the attack, they're into the Wales penalty area. Solid challenge by Joe Rodon as it goes back to Garayev. Garayev, lovely ball out to the outside, but Taylor got in quickly, and then Taylor's brought down on the edge of it. Oh no, it's not a free kick. Play continues. Ampadu clears. Bale went for it, beaten in the air, picked up on the near side by Rahimov. Rahimov.
Azerbaijan started really well, Rob.
They have.
You know, they're not afraid to play. And they've started off really quickly. We tried to start off quick, but there you go, we have.
Here we go, first run for Daniel James at Manchester United, and he's caught just as he slowed down actually, and it's a free kick to Wales, 15 yards away from the Azerbaijan penalty area. We played just over a minute and 20 seconds now. First test, who takes the free kick? Actually, Gareth Bale doesn't look interested in this one. He's leaving it to the young guns, Wilson and James, to sort out themselves.
I think he realises that maybe just a little bit too far out on his left foot to hit the target, but he's a threat in the air as well.
James moves away, leaves it to Harry Wilson.
Harry's he's got clever delivery.
Well, Mostert to his right, James is on his left, but Wilson floats it into the middle. And, well,
you just got to keep your eye on that.
Got there.
Joe Rodon there, that's an opportunity. That's reached him.
Kevin Ratcliffe and Nia Jones alongside me. Nia.
Hello. Which part of Azerbaijan are you from, Rob? Because those pronunciations are special.
Thank you. Well, I've been looking for you to help me out.
I'm all right. I'll stick to Welsh.
Or numbers.
Yeah. I was just saying, it's so clever from Dan James. Even if he knows he can't get away from the defender, he just knows the direction to use his body, draw a foul, win inside a free kick. And like you said, if Gareth Bale's not taking it, he's not a bad person to have in the box attacking it with his head.
No, he's not bad. He's jumping for that now. And the ball drifts out for a throw, which Connor Roberts takes. Ampadu wants it. Hasn't played for Leipzig yet, been on the bench twice. But they took the Bundesliga to Leipzig, so...
I don't understand that, Rob, why he's gone there on loan if he's not playing, because usually they've got a policy.
They're winning without him, Kev.
Well, yeah, but the thing is with Chelsea, they demand that you pay the full wages. Usually if you go on loan anywhere, they'll pay a certain amount if the guy's playing, but if not, they expect you to pay the full wage. And I don't think he's just on a couple of £1,000 a week.
Ryan Giggs is in his suit tonight. 3 of his 12 goals came against Azerbaijan. And this is the 7th meeting between the two sides. Wales have yet to lose. They did draw one. Listening to Ellis James's podcast, Welsh football podcast this week, Danny Gabardon was not impressed that he was in the team that drew. Well, he can't remember it, of course, but there we are. Anyway, Rodon's on the ball, debut for him, the Swansea City 21-year-old alongside Mepham, also 21. This is more experienced Joe Allen. Bale is on the right. Bale cuts inside, 2 players, then goes on the outside, weaving run, crosses from near the byline, and turn and shot by Tom Lawrence, which just goes wide.
I'll tell you what, it's a great turn and shot, but I just feel that he's too much in front of the front post. He's been attracted to the ball. He's got to stay out of it. You're going to play as a number 9. You've got to stay out of it, though. You can do 2 jobs. Can you go the near post? Can you go the back?
I like Connor Roberts' role in that move as well.
Yeah.
He made a really strong overlap, and it allowed Gareth Bale the space then to drive inside.
It does look as we thought that Wilson is playing in behind Tom Lawrence with Bale on the right, as Ampadu gets a powerful header into the Azerbaijan half.
The thing with Harry Wilson is he can play anywhere. He's a clever player.
Bale with a long throw into Wilson, couldn't control it at the first attempt, and Dmitry Nazarov got away from him. He plays in Bundesliga 2 at Erzberg Ave. He moved to Germany when he was 1. He was actually born in Kazakhstan, so quite how he ends up playing for Azerbaijan, I don't know. But
you can do anything these days, Rob. You know, when you've got brothers playing for different countries, then anything can happen.
This is the debutant, Mustafa Sadi, plays it square to Krivotchuk. Krivotchuk ushered and rushed into it on halfway, but they're clever on the ball until Ampadu slides in decisively on Sharia Rahimov. His 4th cap for Azerbaijan. 1 or 2 latecomers still finding their places. 5.5 minutes gone. Radio Well Sport. A good run forward by Nazarov. Nazarov wide to Rahimov. Rahimov crosses. Emreli keeps it in on the right-hand side.
Big gap, Rob, between Joe Rodon and Neil Taylor. Got to keep that gap a little bit tighter. Space to run into. There it is now.
Azerbaijan work it down their right-hand side. It's back to Medvedev inside his own half, the Azeri captain. Ball chased down by Lawrence. Clearance onto the head of Ampadu. Nods it forward, but it goes straight to Medvedev.
Just a little bit of inexperience in the side so that you can get hold of that, bring it down on your chest.
Chested that one down, yeah. Connor Roberts intercepts a loose ball on halfway and then gives away the ball himself. Good run forward by Nazarov, who's seen sorry, not by Nazarov, Rally. This is the balding Almeida. He might be seeing a lot of the ball. His name's easy and he was born in Brazil.
Do you know what? Just a little bit afraid to knock balls into channels when it's on. You get sort of, you know, enthralled in this passing game when sometimes a long ball into the corner, and especially then, Connor Roberts needed to do it.
Yeah, I was always told if you make an interception, your next pass has to be forward because you caught them off guard. You know?
Good work by Rodon in front of his own penalty area, then lets himself down a little with a stray header forward, but Wales have picked it up with James. He's already on his back, he's over halfway.
He's trying to impress, isn't he?
Well, he was caught by Shadeev then, the striker, who was born in Russia to an Azeri dad, plays his football in Dynamo Moscow. Rodon on the ball, just inside his own half. Wilson has dropped deep to pick it up, ambles forward. Short ball to Taylor, playing his first game since he was sent off in March 2017. First competitive game, that is. Arnautovic has given Austria the lead against Latvia in one of the other qualifiers
I don't really
tonight.
think I want to see Harry Wilson dropping too deep in front of the back four to pick it up.
Got to be patient though, haven't you, Kev? Because they're...
Well, it's something we're not used to, you know, at home.
Here's Wilson wide to James. James holds it up, back into Wilson, into the penalty area. Lovely run to the byline by Harry Wilson.
Just run
And
out of
he
space.
liked it so much he ran it out.
Right, such a good touch, the first one, then he's over-touched out of play, but that was great vision as well by Dan James. Great link-up play.
So hard defensively if you're Azerbaijan when you've got all four of those. You know, you've got Wilson, you've got Bale, you've got Lawrence, you've got James, all running, all interlinking, all interchanging. Who'd you go with? And it was a great run from Wilson, just a little bit too far. He had options in the box as well.
Can't think we've had many quicker front lines than that. Maybe with Brooks.
If you
Who's
add Brooks
injured, of
into
course.
that is
Yeah.
unbelievable.
That is, yeah.
You know, and most probably the one that'll miss out there is Lawrence.
And of course we still haven't seen Aaron Ramsey in this tournament. That delight is to come. Mepham moves forward. Oh, Lawrence almost got the ball, actually won it back in midfield. Goes and Roden in strongly.
Well, you can't do that anymore.
He might have got away with it in the championship, but not.
He might have got away with it 30 years ago.
Was that one of yours, was it?
No, he got the ball. No, well, it was a foul, definitely a foul, but if you're going to give fouls away, that's the area you want to give it away.
I reckon
0-0.
he'd be quite pleased with getting that out of his system as well. What do you reckon?
What, the challenge?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's that ball again.
Well, he's there to head it away from the edge of the penalty area. James tries to flick it over Pashaev, the right back, plays in the Ukraine.
And you know what it's like, Neil, whenever you're playing and you knew it's your first cap, whatever you do, the first thing you do, you make sure it's right.
Here come Azerbaijan again, moving forward. They've been a threat. Long-range shot from the captain Medvedev. Never really threatening Wayne Hennessy, who's earning his 85th cap tonight. Wayne Hennessy, which puts him, I think now he moves to joint fourth with the late great Gary Speed. Chris Gunter, who's on the bench tonight, leading the way on 95. Ampadu caught after the ball had gone. Mepham chips it forward.
Don't mind that.
And out for a goal kick. 0-0 elsewhere tonight. John McGinn of Aston Villa's put Scotland 1-up against Russia. Germany lead the Netherlands 1-0. Marko Arnautovic has scored for Austria against Latvia. And a sensational win for the Wales under-21 tonight. They've beaten Belgium 1-0 at the racecourse, which is a terrific win for, well, it's Paul Bowden's men now, because Rob Page, I can just see him sat down, has joined the Wales senior coaching ranks as James flights the ball into the Azerbaijan penalty area, but the goalkeeper Agayev is brave enough and quick enough to come off his line and collect, and the debutant Mustafa Sadeh, I'll say that so you don't have to, has gone down injured.
I'd like to see us do it just a little bit quicker, Rob. It's not as crisp as I would like to have seen it early on in the game. We've not really got a stranglehold of it yet.
Do you know what I love though is you can literally, as soon as Dan James is anywhere near the ball, you can feel the stadium get excited, and there's very few players who can do that, and he's got it straight away. It's just that little X factor, you know. It's like the same as Bale. You can feel it. There's an energy in the stadium when he's on the ball.
And their coach last night, Nikolai Djurkovic, was saying, yes, we may have a special tactic for Gareth Bale. And then unprompted, he said, of course, the other one we really have to watch is Daniel James. He said he's been really impressing me.
But the
this
Hungarian coach notified that. Rob, when we were over there, he said, "You got any plans for Gareth Bale?" He says, "No, we're more worried about Dan James." And he proved right at the time.
Wales win back possession. Ampadu brought down by Nazarov, who plays in a withdrawn role just behind Shedeev.
They're set up well, Rob. They're really making it tough for us. We've got to be patient. and also a little bit quicker, like I said, in passing the ball.
This is Allen of Stoke City. Bale makes a run through the middle, easily clubbed away by Krevotsiuk. Straight to Allen again, though, under pressure from Almeida. Squeezes it through to Lawrence, who has to turn away from 2 or 3. Bale was ushered off it. It's tenaciously fought for until Ampadu slides in again. Those long legs of his.
Tell you what, Wales are pressing aggressively in the one-on-one situations, but actually they're not winning it. And Azerbaijan is showing some tidy footwork here, and they are actually skipping around it. That's twice Ampadu has had to slide in and help us.
Shadiev puts the ball back to Rahimov, who made a break towards the Wales penalty area, but Wales have regained possession. Allen tries to make progress. He's caught, though, by Nazarov. Shadiev takes it over.
No options when he got the ball, Rob. He's looking for Tom Lawrence to give an angle, and there's nothing. He's not coming off sideways. He's coming off with his back. Easy to defend. His back to the centre half. If he comes off sideways, it's a lot better. You can do whatever you want.
14 minutes gone, 0-0. Wales need a win. But to be honest, they haven't yet really seriously threatened. Having, at the moment, a job to get out of their own half.
Well, I'm seeing things from Azerbaijan that I didn't think they could do. So, well, that gives you hope that if they are getting teams at home.
They did take the lead in Croatia in their first game. They lost 2-1 away, then they lost 3-1 at home to Hungary, and then 5-1 in their last game at home to Slovakia. Long range shot which took a deflection off Allen, just bounces harmlessly into the hands of Wayne Hennessy. That shot was from Nazarov, who took a dip from easily 25-30 yards. Allen picks up possession for Wales. Bale is in his own half, pursued by Krevotsiuk, who looks to be assigned to Gareth Bale. Bale has continued with possession, burst down the middle, can't find Lawrence with the pass though. Ampadu steps in, wins the challenge, but Almeida, who plays for Karabag in Azerbaijan, but was born in Brazil.
I'd swap Lawrence with Bale. I just don't think he's he's got that in his mindset to be a striker. I think he was brought up as a striker, wasn't he? But he's had better joy out wide as Tom Lawrence.
Ryan Giggs sits back down by Robert Page. No Ocean Roberts tonight, of course. First time that Wales have had an international without him for a few years, having gone to Morocco. Daniel James sprints past 2 and then runs into Nazarov.
You needed an option then, Rob, to come inside and play a little 1-2, and there was nothing on.
Taylor read the pass forward, heads it down for James, back to Ampadu on halfway, back inside his own half to Roden. He puts it right to Mepham, over halfway to Allen. Roberts is forward. This is Bale inside. Bale tries to flick it forward, headed down but straight to Allen. Roberts turns, gets hacked down by Rahimov.
I do feel this is where it's going to happen between Rob. Roberts is an intelligent player. The way he runs, when he runs inside, when he goes on the overlap, does he go on the overlap on the inside or the outside? And Gareth Bale's just tucking in a little bit to allow him to go on that overlap.
Harry Wilson with this free kick, 2 yards in from the near touchline, level with the Azerbaijan penalty area. Down the right hand side, there's Almeida is the one-man wall as Wilson takes this left-footed, punched away by Agayev from the edge of his 6-yard box. Allen picks it up, arcing run out to the left-hand side, lays it back to Roden. Roden thinks about playing it forward, goes back to his clubmate Connor Roberts. Wide to James, who's popped up on the right-hand side, tried to nutmeg Almeida. And then Wilson is a little over-aggressive. Now,
he's making the most
Wilson
out of this, Rob.
stepped in to clear the ball which was stuck below Almeida's legs. Almeida claims he was stamped on, and he's moved off the pitch. The referee doesn't look too interested. We do have a monitor now. Did any of Wilson catch Almeida? Well, if it did, he's holding the wrong leg.
Yeah. Well, he did come down on it. I don't think you can do that, Rob.
Probably unnecessary, you have to say.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything in it, as in that he's hurting. And it was a little bit lower than that.
Yeah, there's an ice on the top of his leg. A nice bag that is. Mepham, not too much distance on the head, and then he's impeded as he jumped the second time. Almeida's up.
They're just a little bit static, the front three. I'd like to see a little bit of sort of interchanging, and you know, when it goes dead, we come back in straight lines. We haven't really moved too much out of position. We're, say, very, very static in the way that we're playing.
18
Straight
minutes
lines.
gone, 0-0. Kevin Ratcliffe and Nia Jones alongside me. Lawrence comes across to this near side, the Wales right, but has to go back to Mepham.
Great run once again by Roberts. Needed to be played in behind.
I think you're right, Rats. I mean, I wonder what Lawrence's role is in the squad tonight. It's not to hold it up, otherwise you'd have Vokes in the team. But if it's to run in behind, he's not doing it.
Great ball from Ampadu out to the left side to James. Wriggles past one, then runs into another, so plays the ball. Taylor, Ampadu, Allen now. Allen slides it into the box. Bale can't control it. I think it was
just a little bit too close.
They got a foot in.
Just too close to Bale. A little bit down to the right of him.
Wales throw, 3 yards from the corner flag. Roberts takes it, gets it back from Lawrence. Swansea defender claims he's being held. Almeida, also lovely back heel to Lawrence in the penalty area. Can't find a red shirt. Allen picks it up, drives towards the byline, chips it back across. Shot for handball. None given by the Maltese referee, Mr. Khan. And then Mepham is adjudged to have fouled.
Will we get a chance to see this?
That was a foul on Nazarov. 0-0. We've played nearly 20 minutes on BBC Radio Wales.
That was a little bit better, wasn't it? Nice and sharp round the 18-yard box, getting in behind. Delivery's just got to be a little bit better.
This is the debutant, Mustafa Zadeh, curly head. Plays for Sabah in Azerbaijan. Now from the clearance, James touch it down for Wilson, who breaks left. James has gone speeding on ahead of him. Wilson goes inside, looks at Bale. Bale header across goal and headed out by Mustafa Zadeh for Wales' first corner. We've played 20 goalless minutes.
Well, that was a great ball to Gareth Bale, and Gareth Bale trying to pick out Tom Lawrence running in round the back stick. He's intercepted by the centre-back, getting closer.
Wilson with this corner from the right-hand side. The big men are up from the back. Roden, Mepham, Ampadu, Bale, all stood in like a bus line. Lawrence is inside the 6-yard box. Wilson threatens to take it. There was a run forward by Bale. Now he goes back to resume his place. Then Wilson drives her in low. After all, that awful corner from Harry Wilson gave him the big build-up. Easy for Almeida to clear. Taylor picks it up on halfway.
Oh, he made the run.
Can't find James.
Dan James made the run and then stopped.
That's the ball that's going to hurt Azerbaijan as well. With the pace we've got out wide, especially James's side on that left-hand side, it's that ball between the centre-half and the full-back that's going to hurt Azerbaijan.
Wales pick up possession in midfield. Wilson played it forward. Lawrence is on his heels. Gone straight through to Ageyev. Just a reminder tonight, Kevin Ratcliffe is in for the long haul. He's staying on for call, Rob. I hope they've told you, Kev. 03700 100 110 with you and Roberts as well. As Ampadu plays the ball forward, headed away by Krivotsiuk from his own penalty area. Almeida picks it up. Ampadu steps in. Thunderous challenge on Garayev.
We're very deep, Rob. Too far away midfield from the...
Oh, it's a lovely run from the far side by... until Allen intervenes. I think that was Nazarov, and then they can't find Wilson. And it's still 0-0, and it just signs that the crowd are starting to get a bit frustrated. 22 minutes gone. I think they expected Wales to be leading by now.
Yeah, and what we don't want is the longer Wales go without a goal, the more desperate they become. We don't want them to be forcing balls forward like we've seen on a couple of occasions so far. And if Azerbaijan are going to continue to play on fouls like they have done, it's going to be a long night for Wales.
Ampadu is brave in the midfield, bounced off his head though. Those
I think
curly
Nia
flowing
picked
locks.
up on something with Tom Lawrence. He doesn't know if to come short or go long. He's not going long. He's caught in between. I think that's maybe lack of knowledge of the number 9 role.
Well, he's not really a number 9, is he?
No.
And or a false 9, as he really is tonight. 0-0. 23 minutes gone. Mustafazadeh chips it forward. Mepham chests it down.
I think when they've got it, I think Harry Wilson's got to look for Almeida. He's got to sit on him and make sure he doesn't make things tick for the Azerbaijanis.
Roberts brings the ball out of defence. Wilson drops short into his own half again. This time Lawrence has made a run in behind Mustafazadeh if he can get there, but Mustafazadeh shows quick pair of heels himself. And Krivotchuk plays it forward, only to Mepham on halfway. Thought about playing it inside to Ampadu.
I think Gareth Bale's just got to support Tom Lawrence then a little bit quicker. Stop him playing out.
That's better from Lawrence, though. You know,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what level you are playing at centre half. No one likes sprinting back towards their own goals. That's better. Get them turned.
This is Bale, faced by Almeida, midway inside the Azerbaijan half. Threats to go one way, then bursts inside. Wilson chips it back to Bale. There's James on the left-hand side. James plays it back to the Real Madrid Galactico. Ampadu has space. 15 yards inside the Azeri half. Goes wide to Allen. Roberts is on this near touchline. Goes back inside to Ampadu. Touches it square to Taylor. James has made a run in behind. And he almost found him. Medvedev cut it off though. And Pashayev should clear, but he runs into traffic. Wilson comes away with the ball. Crosses low. Mustafazadeh heads it. Just gets his body in the way, really. It was enough though. Debenham has made a solid start, but Azerbaijan can't get the ball away, can't clear their lines. This is Ampadu. Ampadu drives it up to Bale, who did well to collect it. It was flown at him. Roberts now. Maybe Wales are starting to find their rhythm a little. 24 minutes gone. Goalless on Radio Well Sport.
I just think they up the tempo. That's what's been the difference. They're up in the tempo in the final third.
Mepham to Ampadu in the centre circle. Turns under no pressure really. It's a solid well, a wall of 9 really, and then the goalkeeper. Only Shadeyev is forward for Azerbaijan. Behind, everybody else is behind the ball. Ampadu square to Taylor.
He's done it again.
James has made a great run, but this time Taylor holds it up and goes wide to the Manchester United winger. Waits for contact, chips it back to Roden. Roden bursts over halfway. Oh, nice ball to Bale. Bale turns. Krivotchuk shoots, took a deflection. Oh, it's gone in! It's an own goal! Well, Bale's shot ballooned up in the air. And Wales take the lead after 26 minutes. I think it's Pashayev. It came off his shoulder. The goalkeeper was stranded. And it's Wales 1, Azerbaijan 0.
Well, it's a bit fortuitous, that, wasn't it? Has it come off his shoulder or did he head it? Not quite sure. Gareth Bale looking to shoot here. Loops in the air. And then it's hit his back. Looks like it's Bashir that it's hit. He just doesn't know where he is.
I've never seen a goal like that before, but
I think he was surprised that it was looped in the air.
But Wales have created their own luck there. First of all, Joe Roden will be buzzing with that. He's made a really incisive forward pass. Bale has coped with the physicality really, really well. Probably better than anybody could on the pitch. Nobody else could have coped with that push that he got. Most people would have gone down. If you don't shoot, you don't score. That's what your under-9s coach always tells you. And Wales get fortunate.
Well, Pavel Pashayev is being given the own goal. He plays for Alexandre in the Ukraine. He played under 15s and senior football for Ukraine, and then switched to Azerbaijan, so maybe he's just confused.
I'm getting confused, Rob. All these players are coming from different countries.
They are.
Under 15 sides. And
do you know,
you've done some homework.
Kev, you'll like this.
I like this.
There's more Azeris live in Iran than in Azerbaijan. Did you know that?
Yes. Yeah, I read your notes before.
I believe you.
Look,
you didn't know that at all.
What do you do in your spare time, Rob?
I read your notes.
It's a quiet life.
No wonder I couldn't get hold of you yesterday.
He was in Azerbaijan.
Yeah. But you know, sometimes you need a little bit of luck in the game, and maybe that's a luck that we needed, because we were actually dominating, and that was our best passage of play for the last 5 minutes, and we looked dangerous. We looked as if we could create something, and then out of something out of nothing, we get something. I wasn't expecting that.
Anyway, it's 1-0. Look in the paper tomorrow, it's that simple. Pashev with the own goal. Here comes James, left-hand side, taking on the unfortunate goal scorer into Wilson. Oh, I don't think he was expecting that.
It's a penalty.
Goes down inside the box, no foul.
Oh.
To be fair, the referee, Tristan Khan of Malta, was right there.
Well,
you're not convinced? Well, you shouted penalty, Kev.
Well, I shouted penalty because the ball was in the air and he got tackled, but why?
It's one of them. Why does he fall to the ground? He's going away from goal.
Yeah.
He's laying it off.
Well, we're just seeing a replay on our little monitor.
He's actually caught his leg, hasn't he? Yeah. I think it's that one where your leg catches his leg rather than his leg
you're
catching
wrong,
you.
basically.
I'm wrong, yeah. But
he swallowed humble pie there. Well done, Matt.
But the thing is, we're getting the benefit of this.
VAR.
Yeah, VAR in our own way. But why is it there? Well, the referee got it right, so that's good. Good to see.
Very well positioned, got to say. Well done, ref.
He was only 5 yards away, wasn't he? Allen
that's our ball. Well done. He's so important to us, Joe Allen, you know. And he's the one that plays just in front of Ethan Ampadu. You know, when he did with Joe Ledley in the past, and then you've got the likes of Aaron Ramsey.
Still goalless between Slovakia and Croatia, as Wilson does really well to find Allen at the battle for that. Ampadu strokes it out to Bale, right hand touchline, approached by Rahimov, shoots. But I think it was a shot, or maybe he was drilling it across, looking for a touch by Lawrence, but it went straight through to Agayev. Big clearance by the goalkeeper.
Ampadu's just doing it simple.
He just making a class act, though, doesn't he?
Well, he's
and then I give him a curse of the commentator. He gives the ball away. Well, why do I bother?
I'd hate to think what you talk about me when I'm not here. I do get some bad luck now and again, you know.
It's crazy that he's 18 though, isn't it, Ampadu? You know, he's sort of become a household name in Wales, and you know, he's still only 18. He could be doing his A-levels.
Most probably is.
In Leipzig.
In Leipzig, yeah. In German.
He's 19 next week. Believe it or not.
Tell you what, them 2 years have gone quick.
This is James. Attacks Pashev, cuts inside. Bale was well placed. Turns the defender, crosses. Can't find Lawrence, who was waiting. Mustafa Zada got it away. And then it's given away by Emreli. Wait till you hear what I know about him, Emreli. This is a great one. We'll go back to that in a minute. And there's a boring moment in the second half. Remind me. Bale's on that left-hand side now. James is out there too. Cross inside to Lawrence. Can't.
There's that number 9 that's not in him.
Needed a call from Wilson as well. If Wilson wants it, he's got to tell him.
Roden was just caught then as the ball went past. Ampadu, Wales have definitely, you said it earlier, Kev, he's definitely lifted the tempo. There's a row on the side as well. Robert Page is having a few heated words with the fourth official.
Well, he doesn't know back, Rob. You know, he was like that as a player, wasn't he? He knew what you were getting.
Former Wales captain, of course. Not often at the barbers these days. 1-0 Wales lead. Pashev own goal. Doesn't matter who scores.
Gareth Bale just finding a little bit of room inside.
And he just whipped past Garayev, and he's still going. Bale tried to play it out wide to James, who ran into traffic. And Azerbaijan, who now I think feel under pressure.
See, what you've got to do now, Rob, is that Ali Wilson should be coming out this side where Gareth Bale was. You know, he should be filling in for where he's made the run. All lopsided. Now, if we're playing against the better side, they'll hurt us.
Nepham cleared. Nick it off Shadeyev. Now to the captain, Medvedev. His 59th cap. He's won 6 Azeri League titles and 3 cups. Reckoned to be one of their best players. This is Krivotsyuk over halfway. Allen robs possession for Wales. Mepham 15 yards inside, away from his penalty area. Ampadu picks it up, sees Wilson driving forward inside left, outside left is James. James into the penalty area. Brilliant ball, just dabbed it across with his right foot as he cut in. Bale's picked it up, inside is Allen. Allen is robbed by Almeida. Almeida tries to get the clearance, but it's blocked by Stoke City's Joe Allen. Out for an Azeri throw in, 33 minutes gone. Wales 1, Azerbaijan 0.
Gareth Bale's got to get in around the back stick a little bit quicker here. That ball across the box was terrific.
Elsewhere, Austria 2, Latvia 0, Germany 1, Netherlands 0, Scotland 1, Russia 0. Half cleared by the Azeri defence. James picks it up, and it is.
That's great recovery from Tom Lawrence. That's brilliant.
Here come Wales again. It's almost attack against defence now, isn't it?
Well, it's like a training exercise.
Bale sees Roberts in space, right-hand side. Roberts. No, I thought Bale was going to make the run then. Instead, Allen has inside right position. Bale has found him left-footed, but just overhit the pass.
Yeah, I've just been watching Gareth Bale the past 5 minutes. I think he's having a bit of a breather. For the past 10 or 15 minutes, like Kev said, he's been finding pockets of space, but all over the pitch. He's popped up on the left, he's picked it up deep in the middle, and I've watched him for the past 5 minutes. He is just standing with his hands on his hips. He's spat a couple of times, and he's relying on Roberts and Allen to be making those runs. But hopefully he's fully recovered again soon.
The voice of Nia Jones, former Wales and football and netball international.
I'm indecisive.
I wish I was half good at any of those.
It's just taking a little bit of time getting off there, Gareth Bale. It's not what I like seeing.
Here come Azerbaijan moving down their right-hand side. Oh, Wilson is in. Just does enough to thwart Emreli. The visitors have got it back with Almeida. Little ball forward to Gerayev.
This is great pressing though. You've got to be with him. You've got to be with him. Defence have got to be coming up.
Wilson led the line then, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
It's now with Agayev, the goalkeeper. And that's a nice ball out to that right-hand side. Here comes Shedeyev. Shedeyev wide to Pashayev, the goal scorer for Wales, that is. 1-0. Own goal off his shoulder or back. They all count. Almeida. Krivotsyuk leaves it to Nazarov inside the Wales half. Almeida again. Nazarov looks good on the ball. Dink pass by Almeida, picks up the return from Krivotsyuk, chased by Ampadu. Krivotsyuk again into Shedeyev, central position. Gerayev, little touch for Emreli. Emreli onto his left foot, back to Gerayev again. Gerayev slides it through.
Sorry.
And there's a shooting chance on the edge of the box.
Yeah, this is where Gareth Bale has got to do a lot better coming back and defending.
Nazarov was the...
It was Nazarov, yeah, and he just found that little pocket, and Gareth Bale let him go. He's got to know when he can pass him on. If you don't get the shout from the back four or the midfield, he's got to stay with runners.
Would Roberts say that to Bale? Would Connor Roberts have the confidence to say,
oh, yeah,
Gareth, get back?
Yeah,
true.
He's not short of confidence, Connor Roberts, but in a good way. Ampadu has the ball. Roberts has made a great run down the right-hand side again. They've got to look wide a bit quicker, haven't they? This is Ampadu. He's moved forward 20 yards inside the Azeri half. Goes square to Allen. Roberts is on his on the near touchline, the Wales right. Back to Ampadu. Ampadu chips it out to James. Pashayev hurries across to meet the Manchester United winger. Oh, lovely curling cross. Agayev just, well, half a punch. He flapped a bit. It was almost at his waist then as he punched it away. Nazarov is back helping out his defence. Almeida's got Wilson on his back. Good hunting impacts by the Welsh front line. And then
he's taken that well. media, just gets his body in front of the man. And as soon as he gets touched,
I think Dan James should do that a little bit more. It's part of the game. Don't take the foul.
Well, at the moment, any win will do. It's 1-0. It's still goalless in Slovakia, who are playing Croatia. And you'd like to think sometimes that in these games you have to wait until the second half when you hope your superior fitness pays off, Kevin Rafford.
Well,
the only thing is some of these Wales players are not regulars.
Well, you're looking at Gareth Bale and he's breathing quite heavily.
That's a lovely ball from Nazarov out to that right-hand side. And low shot front. Emreli is blocked by Taylor of Aston Villa. Emreli robs it as Daniel James trying to come away. Then Ampadu's just too strong for Emreli. Does really well, Ethan Ampadu again.
brilliant. You know, the strength that he's got there for the young boy.
Looks a player, doesn't he?
He's only going to get better, I think, Rob.
Is this his position, Leah, do you think? Central midfield, holding midfield player. Is this where you think he might be, or will he be a centre-back, or what?
No, I think he will be a holding midfield, and I think he could be
I think he's got too much
one.
quality to...
Yeah, but, you know, there's been times where we've seen him come on for Wales as a substitute centre-half, and he's looked right at home there as well.
We always said that about Nathan Blake. He was a better centre-half than centre-forward, but he didn't want to play there.
No, he didn't.
So if he didn't want to play there, well, you don't play him there.
And it depends on the type of team he ends up playing in. If he plays in a footballing side, if he goes to a City or...
Wales have moved out well down the right-hand side. This is Allen to Roberts. Sorry, Nia, I thought they were going to get a bit closer, a bit quicker.
That's all right, Rob.
Bale picks out 30 yards out, goes square to Taylor, takes a touch, then feeds James. James level with the Azeri penalty area, flicks it inside two players, but Pashaev, the own goal scorer.
They don't know Dan James yet. They've got to be offering him something to play a little 1-2 to get in behind the defence. That's all he's waiting for.
Russia have equalised against Scotland, so it's 1-1 after John McGinn had put the Scots ahead at home. And Slovenia leading Poland 1-0. Here it's Wales leading 1-0 on Radio Wales Sport. Coming up to 5 minutes before half-time. A lead would be acceptable, but Wales would love to add to it before the break, just to emphasise their dominance. Lovely move forward. Wilson leads the break. Still going, looking for Lawrence. Lawrence has to hold it up. James, centre field, shoots, took a deflection, out for a corner.
Much better quick break from Wales. That's what we wanted to see. Forward runs all over the front line, all four players moving forward. Tom Lawrence did well, all he could do was set it back, and when you've got the quality of James and Wilson running in behind with their long range efforts, it's well struck by James, but we win a corner.
A goal now would be nice.
Yeah, by hook or by crook.
Yeah. Wilson spots the ball on the quadrant, right hand side, takes it left-footed. It's
not the best, is it?
It's neither up in the air
tonight.
or driven, is it?
Yeah, the one thing I noticed about that breakaway then and that attack, there's many a time in the past that we would have actually...
Connor Roberts is caught very high by Nazarov. The ball was up around Connor Roberts' chest, and Nazarov went in foot up, and he's going to get a booking.
I think there's plenty of times in the past we'd have been looking for Gareth Bale there, but the confidence in the players around that they can shoot themselves. This is a little bit high, by the way.
It was a naughty one, that, Nazarov.
In terms of corner delivery, that's twice now we've seen Wilson hit the front man, and I think it's everybody's pet hate in football, isn't it, seeing the corner hit the front man. I'd like to see him hang it up there. You know, we've got Bale, we've got Meppen come up from the top, from the back, we've got Rodin going up there. It's only the number 6 from Azerbaijan, Mustafa Zadeh, who I think has got a height advantage over us. I'd like to see us hang it up, maybe.
Free kick taken short on this right hand side. Roberts plays it back to Wilson. Roberts wants it inside. Wilson cuts inside 2, breaks 4. Roberts to hit it. Should have tried to play it first.
I'm a little bit unsure if Harry Wilson knows what he's doing at the moment. He doesn't want to take this corner.
I think he's called Daniel James over to go short, hasn't he? But Connor Roberts is there as well, so I wonder whether he's going to just put it to James on the edge of the box. To be fair,
You've got to create the
Garayev,
space. He's being picked up.
yeah, Garayev went with him and now he leaves him.
They've gone around the keeper now.
Wilson crosses in. Again, it's a white shirt. Garayev read that one really well.
Whatever they're trying, it's not working at the moment.
No. They're neither driven nor flighted. That's the problem.
I think he's in a bit of a dilemma. Is that he's not quite sure where people are going.
2 minutes to half time. Wales leading 1-0. They've got to build from the back again.
Gareth Bale's playing a little bit narrower as as another striker, really.
James has popped up on the right hand side now. I wonder whether that's what. And Bale has moved across to the left. But they seem happy to give Mepham plenty of the ball in his own half at the moment. Ampadu is free. Will it go to Ampadu now from Roden, or will Roden look further? No, he looks square to Taylor. Bale has dropped deep to halfway. Inside of Wilson. Their little chip forward by Wilson. Good 1-2. Bale now on the ball. Almost up to the Azeri penalty area. Cuts inside from the left. Flights in a little dink ball to Wilson. Beaten in the air by Mustafazadeh. You have to say that.
Why are you clipping it into Harry Wilson when he's up against that big centre half though? You know, you need to think about the delivery of your pass.
It's got to be inch perfect, doesn't it?
You're right though, Rob. We've got plenty of possession at the back, but I'd like to see the ball fed to Allen and
there's an
Ampadu.
elbow there.
Mepham is telling Emrelli exactly what happened. He's touching his nose as if to say, he caught me.
You got 45 minutes plus. You don't need to react now.
Mahir
That's the inexperience.
Mahir Emrelli, who used to be called Mahir Madatov, but he changed his name due to the disapproval with his father's new marriage. Get that? So he didn't like who his dad was marrying, so he changed his name.
Did you say you had an interesting fact about Emrelli?
Hey, that's unusual, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
What
there
website
you go.
You've been going on?
Emrelli family tree.
Thorough research, they call it, Nia Jones. Do you mind?
Too much free time is what it's called. isn't it?
Need to run it in behind.
Yeah. Nobody moved for Roden then, but just waiting to see how many minutes the. There we are. The fourth officer has just been handed his board by somebody else. He can't be bothered to move back. Lawrence has been a bit quiet. 1 minute of added time as Wales are in the Azeri half. Lawrence again. Roberts is wide. Bale is short. Oh, leaves it for Lawrence into the box. Onto his left foot. Shoots at the keeper. Should have scored really. But to be fair, the keeper stood his ground.
Yeah, he stood his ground, but he's got to go a little bit wider. He knows where he is. It's actually a good move. Well played, Tom Lawrence.
Just can't quite wrap his foot around it to find that far
It's just in
post.
between his feet, isn't it?
Oh, well played Bale then as well. Just a little leave.
He's more appreciative of the players tonight.
Bale has won back possession in midfield. Helps it forward to Roberts, who had to race to get there. Bale again. I think that'll be probably the last move now this first half. Wales are leading 1-0. About 10 seconds left. Chris Wathen will take you all through today's sports news at half-time, where we'll get more from Nia Jones and Kevin Ratcliffe, my summarisers as well. And that is the half-time whistle. Well, it's 1-0 at the break. It was lucky, really. Pavlo Pasayev, the goal scorer, and maybe more significantly, it's 1-0 to Croatia in Slovakia. Vlasic has put the Croats ahead there, but Wales, well, it's okay so far. More work to be done. They'll hope that Azerbaijan may be tired because they've been well organised. But at half-time, it's Wales 1, Azerbaijan 0.
BBC Radio Wales.
The official radio station for the Rugby World Cup, with every Wales game live.
It's another warm-up game with Ireland versus Wales. Don't miss a kick or a try. Radio Wales Sport with the Rugby World Cup warm-up. Tomorrow from 1:30
on the official station for the Rugby World Cup.
Pull my trigger, let me blow your mind.
This is BBC Radio Wales.
Well, we were talking before the game about Gareth Bale shouldering the responsibility for this side. I'm not sure you saw that one coming. Pavlo Pasiev's shoulder, giving Wales the goal on 26 minutes. Own goal from Azerbaijan. Wales 1, Azerbaijan 0. I'm still here with Kevin Ratcliffe and Neo Jones, part of our commentary team. Kevin, most important thing is that Wales win this game. They're in cruise control in many respects.
Yeah, I think when we do it a little bit quicker, we look as if we're on top and as if we can create a few more chances. And I think as the game goes on, that the Azerbaijanis are going to get a little bit more tighter. We'll create a few more chances, and we've got to take them. We've just seen there Tom Lawrence in the last seconds of the first half open up the defence by a little bit of cheeky let the ball run from Gareth Bale. He gets it. He's still got a lot to do. He hits the target, but unfortunately he's not hit the back of the net. But we are looking stronger as the game goes on. We were a little bit edgy. They were on top, I felt, in the first 10 minutes. But then we took control. And I think once we started moving, Gareth Bale playing a little bit nearer to Tom Lawrence, then we looked a lot stronger.
Near Wales look comfortable, but they don't look convincing.
No, they don't. And going forward, like Rat said, they need to move the ball quicker. That we can keep the ball well, but unless you're dragging players out of position, then we're not going to find any spaces. And Dan James has had plenty of ball out on that left hand side, but actually he's looked isolated at times, and it's almost like his teammates are staring at him, waiting for him to take one or two players on. But like the Rat said, you need players in and amongst him, even if they're just offering it or making defenders think twice, or they can play a quick 1-2, and that's where he's dangerous. They're frightened to death, they're dangling out a leg against the likes of him and Wilson. So yeah, can definitely improve for the second half, but fluky goal will take the 1-0.
Yeah, Wales 1, Azerbaijan 0. Full second half commentary to come. But with the time just approaching 25 minutes tonight, let's get the latest radio news, Wales News, with Sean Howell.
On FM,
digital radio,
your smart speaker,
and on BBC Sounds.
This is BBC Radio Wales.
Good evening. The Conservatives accused opposition parties of wanting to continue with a zombie parliament after they agreed to reject a general election. Labour, Plaid Cymru, the Lib Dems and the SNP say they'll only back an election once a no-deal Brexit has been ruled out. The Swansea-born Tory MP Nigel Evans says Boris Johnson's rivals are turning down a big opportunity.
The 15th of October was chosen because then it gives an opportunity for the new Prime Minister to go to Brussels and then to enact the agenda that has been that they've got the mandate to do. So if it was Jeremy Corbyn, he could go and ask for his extension or indeed do what he wanted.
Meanwhile, the bill attempting to block Britain leaving the EU without a deal has been passed in the House of Lords. It's expected to receive royal assent on Monday. The Chief Constable of West Yorkshire Police says he was disappointed his trainee officers were used by Boris Johnson as a backdrop for a speech about Brexit. John Robbins said he was unaware the address would be broadened out to cover issues beyond policing. Paul West, who's a retired Chief Constable for West Mercia Police, says the speech made it look like the constabulary was no longer apolitical.
The image, nobody could possibly have screen tested that before it went out, because you just have to look down a camera at that image. It's so American, so non-British, and so it can so easily be misrepresented and misinterpreted.
A 24-year-old man has been arrested on suspicion of wounding following a fight in the Conwy Valley. 2 others have been taken to hospital by ambulance following the incident early this afternoon. From the scene, Chris Dearden reports.
Police were called to the A470 at Maynham in the Conwy Valley just after midday and followed reports of a man armed with a knife. Staff in a nearby hotel reported a woman running in asking to use the phone. She said a man covered in blood stopped her car and tried to grab the keys. One man was taken to hospital in Stoke by air ambulance. The other was taken by road to Ysbyty Glenclwyd in Denbighshire. A 30-year-old man has been arrested and a weapon has been recovered. The road was closed for some time but has now reopened.
The Royal Navy has provided emergency shelter and hygiene kits for hundreds of people as part of relief efforts in the Bahamas. At least 30 people are known to have died after Hurricane Dorian hit the islands. Government officials have said the total number killed could reach a staggering figure. The Zimbabwean president, Emmerson Mnangagwa, says the country will be in national mourning until his predecessor, Robert Mugabe, is buried. The former leader, who ruled the former British colony for almost 4 decades, died this morning. Downing Street said they hoped his death would mark a turning point for Zimbabwe. A minor fire on a train to Cardiff has caused the main railway line between South Wales and the Midlands to be blocked. Network Rail says 55 people were evacuated at Chepstow station after the train's front wheels caught fire. Buses are replacing trains on affected routes. Cricket now, and England require a further 98 runs to avoid the follow-on in the fourth Ashes Test against Australia. Joe Root's side ended day 3 on 200 for 5, still 297 runs behind. BBC Radio Wales News at just after 20 to 9.
Thanks, Sean, and welcome back to Radio Wales Sport live from Cardiff City Stadium. And it's quite a content Cardiff City Stadium because Wales 1 goal to the good in this crucial Euro 2020 qualifier against Azerbaijan. We'll have plenty more from our commentary team in a moment, but there's news, well, of another impressive Wales result earlier in the day. Brennan Johnson's early goal giving Wales under-21s a notable win over Belgium in their opening Euro 2021 qualifier at the racecourse. Forrest Johnson scoring just after 3 minutes and on his debut to give manager Paul Bowden a win on his first game in charge, and he obviously was delighted with the result.
I thought our boys stood up to the challenge fantastically well. Scored an early goal. Sometimes you think you might have scored too early, but hey, in fairness, I thought we grew into the game. And there were some really good performances. Obviously, to keep a clean sheet, very good opposition, good technical players, but I'm absolutely delighted. First game in the campaign and couldn't have asked for a better start.
Elsewhere in sport, rugby is in mourning. Former South Africa international and 1995 World Cup winner Chester Williams has died at the age of 49. Williams played 27 tests for the Springboks between 1993 and 2000, scoring 14 tries. The president of South African Rugby, Mark Alexander, saying Chester was a true pioneer in South African rugby. His performances at the World Cup will forever be etched in the hearts and minds of our rugby public. There is international rugby tomorrow, of course. The action continuing here on Radio Wales Sport. Just 2 weeks now until the Rugby World Cup kicks off. Wales taking on Georgia 2 weeks on Monday. Of course, Warren Gatland's side facing their final warm-up match against Ireland tomorrow before they board that plane to Japan. They're out in Dublin. Kick-off at 2 at the Aviva Stadium. They're looking to put last week's defeat behind them. Our rugby reporter Nick Webb is in Dublin.
Welcome to Dublin, where I'm joined by the former Wales wing Adrian Hadley, who's our match summariser for tomorrow at the Aviva Stadium. Adrian, Ireland against Wales, but a bit of a strange atmosphere surrounding the preparations to this game. First of all, what do you make of the Wales selection?
Yeah, it's quite interesting. Obviously, Warren wants to give some boys more game time. For instance, Rhys Patchell's only had the 40 minutes last week. There is a long time between the end of May and now, and between now and the 23rd of September. So, interesting selection. I hope they go well tomorrow.
Are you a little surprised, as I was, that some of the key players, Alan Wynne-Jones, Dan Biggar, maybe Ross Moriarty as the only number 8 in the squad, weren't wrapped up in cotton wool and left to watch this weekend?
Yeah, I think it's difficult. You got to give some boys game time to actually get into that rhythm, and they can get injured in training. So I'm surprised that actually with some of the selection, because I thought he would have gone fully loaded today, as Ireland have done. But it's a selection, and now that all the nerves have gone and they're in that World Cup squad, let's just hope they have a good performance and they don't get injured and they're all on that plane to Japan.
Lee Halfpenny, who sadly did get injured last time round in the final warm-up game, he starts at full-back. Has he got a chance of starting against Georgia, do you think, or are they likely to go Liam Williams at full-back, because you'd assume that Liam Williams would be in there somewhere?
Yeah, you would think so. Obviously, Lee Halfpenny's got the goal-kicking option as well, so I wouldn't be surprised if he starts at 15 and they play Liam Williams on a wing, because they always talk about this back three, not wingers and full-backs, which would be harsh on the player that misses out, but I could see him playing against Georgia, yeah.
And then at half-back, Rhys Patchell, as you say, short of game time, partnered by Thomas Williams. You would have thought that Dan Biggar and Gareth Davis would be probably in the driving seat as things stand at the moment. Do you think Patchell's got any chance of getting his nose ahead of Dan Biggar?
all he can do is play as well as he can, isn't he? It was a shootout last week with him and Jared, and he had a very good 40 minutes, Reece. So all he can do is just put the right foot forward. Put us in the right areas of the park, have a good kicking game, solid in defence, get that back line moving, and he just makes a headache for the selectors then.
And looking at the front row, I suppose, Wyn Jones in at loose head, a surprise omission of Rob Evans from the squad. Elliot Dee just needing game time, I suppose, at hooker.
Yeah, I was surprised Rob Evans didn't go. They've obviously seen something within Rhys Carré during the camp they've had, and decided to take him. But I think there'll be a few changes for the Georgia game. But as Gatlin has said, he needs to give these boys some game time.
Rhys Carré be dancing in the streets of St Joe's.
He will, yeah. My old club, yeah. Get some international jerseys up there, and best of luck to him. The World Cup, someone always crops up in a World Cup. The first time I played there, obviously you had David Young and Webby suddenly came from nowhere and became legends. So fingers crossed for the young lad.
Looking at this match day 23, I mean, it's not a first choice 15, but given those are on the bench, those could be the 23 players who are involved against Georgia, couldn't they? Yeah, they could well be. Obviously, some coming in, some going out, but all the squad now have got a chance to force the hand of the selectors, building up to the first game. And the first game and second game come pretty close together, don't they? So 6 days, yeah. So you would have thought he'd go with a fully loaded team against Georgia, and then hopefully don't get any injuries and play the same team against Australia. Probably need to against Georgia after the trouble that the second team had getting past them a couple of years ago at the stadium. Looking at Ireland, Sexton and Murray back in, which is always bad news for the opponents. Yeah, it is. They've gone fully loaded. They obviously don't want to lose at the Aviva. It's Rory Best's last home game in Ireland, and the coach's Schmidt's last game. So they all want to go out with a bit of a bang. So let's just hope we can spoil a party. Absolutely. Wales did, of course, against fully loaded Ireland back in Cardiff at the end of the Six Nations. Mentioning Rory Best, I mean, his place has come in for some questioning, hasn't he? Veteran of the squad's been captain for several years, but his line-out ability a potential weak spot for Wales to profit from? Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, they got battered by England, didn't they? And he came under a lot of scrutiny because of the line-out. But the line-out, various aspects of it. Now, there's got the jumpers, you've got the lifters, and then you've got the hooker. But yeah, he is under pressure. And for his last game, I hope he has a decent game, because he's been a great servant to the Irish rugby. But I hope he didn't have that good a game. Adrian, thanks very much indeed. We'll be on commentary duty. Kick-off 2 o'clock at the Aviva Stadium tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, Radio Wales Sport 1:30 from the Aviva Stadium tomorrow. Tonight though, Wales against Azerbaijan in the Euro 2020 qualifier. Wales 1-0 up. We just said Zombie Nation. There's life in this side yet. Our commentary for the second half from Kevin Ratcliffe, Nia Jones and Rob Phillips.
And he's here all week. Thanks, Chris. No changes, but I think the crowd expect a bit more than they've seen. It's okay, Wales are leading 1-0. A win is a win is a win. But actually, if you look at the goals that Azerbaijan have conceded, Croatia scored 2 against them, Hungary 3, Slovakia 5. You've really got to be putting these sort of teams to the sword. And I just feel, I'll get the thoughts of Nia Jones and Kevin Ratcliffe in a moment once we kick off, but I just feel Ryan Giggs will have said, look, you've got to step up the pace a little. Just do your movements a bit quicker. There we go, the TV have said we can start, so not that we're slaves to them much. And we're underway. No changes in the Wales side, so Hennessy in goal. Roberts, Mepham, Roden was just headed the ball, and Taylor. Ampadu and Allen, the holding players in midfield. Then it's Wilson playing in behind Lawrence, who's a false 9, Bale and James mainly on the left. And Azerbaijan have been pretty well organised, often with only Ramil Shedeyev forward. But remember, in the World Cup campaigns, Wales had 1-0 leads they couldn't hold. They've seized on the ball then. Wilson, crossing by Bale, and he's just above Lawrence.
I don't know if that was the right ball. Once again, it's got to be inch perfect. Oh, it's a nice little bit of movement. It's great retrieving the ball back after losing it. Hunted in packs.
Lovely chest down by Roden. Bursts into midfield. He's had a confident debut, I'd say, against fairly limited opponents attacking-wise.
He's got more to come, Rob.
Yeah, we haven't seen him have to do much defensively, and that's credit to all of Wales' outfielders, but in possession he's looked really confident, he's looked good.
He had a wow of a game at Ellen Road on Saturday against Leeds United, which was a real test for him and Swansea City, proudly leading the championship.
Neil Taylor's played a little bit reserved. He's not, you know, I know he's playing with Dan James in front of him. It's hard to overlap somebody as quick as Dan James, but he's getting it, he's giving it him, he's supporting him.
Now, interesting news from Slovakia. Croatia are now 2-1 up, 2-0 up, sorry. A couple of minutes into the second half, Ivan Perisic has added a second for the group favourites. They are gone into this game, tonight's games, in second place behind Hungary, who played a game more. And at the moment they're moving level on points with the Hungarians, who don't play in the group tonight. Wales, of course, play Belarus here on Monday. Plenty of tickets. Oh, it's Roden. Shows real intent driving forward, up to the edge of the penalty area. Swerves his way out of a tackle. Goes square to Joe Allen. The crowd loved that. This is Allen again, as he opened up the Azerbaijan defence. Allen has support from Wilson, into James. James skips past one challenge, runs into the debutant Mustafa Sadeh.
It's the tempo when he goes forward, Joe Roden. He really lifts the crowd as well.
Wales have possession again. James on the right hand side this time, links with Wilson. Wilson into James, a little bit tight, so they prod it back to Allen. Allen has Ampadu central. Ampadu helps it out to Taylor left hand side. Wilson has made the run across.
Played him a little bit short there.
Yeah, he did then, but he's kept the ball in. Wales have to go back to halfway. They're starting with a bit more impetus.
I just think Neil Taylor can be a little bit more on the front foot.
I'd like to have seen Joe Roden shoot there.
Yeah.
Took on three players. If you don't get anything out of it, at best you get momentum, and I think that's what Wales need at the start of the second half.
1-0 they lead. An own goal by Pashaev on 26 minutes. Here comes Allen, breaking down the right-hand side, shielded by Almeida, who's stabbed in a foot and robbed him.
You see, the thing is there, Joe's trying to stay on his feet, whereas Almeida would have gone down. Any contact.
Oh, poor ball from Mepham on halfway. And then Wilson
it was a good play.
Steps in on Shedeev, who bought the free kick. Let me just give you the Azerbaijan team. Here we go. I might need a packed lunch for some of these names. Agayev, Pashaev, Mustafa Sadeh, Medvedev, Krivotsyuk. They're the defence, and the goalkeeper Almeida and Garayev. Then it's Emreli, Nazarov, who's been booked, and Rahimov, and Shedeev up front. I thank you.
Well done, Rob.
Referee is Tristan Faruzia Khan of Malta.
You say a win's a win, Rob. I don't know if it is. Is it? Would 1-0 here in a scrappy game like this be enough to take the pressure off Giggs, to keep the Welsh fans happy, to give these players the confidence?
They're never going to be happy while Giggs is in charge. You know, they don't really want to give him a chance. You know, when you look at this side, there's a hell of a transitional period going on here. So that you're very limited to what you can do, I think, as a manager. If we qualify, then that'll be just an extra bonus, I feel.
And we may need the playoffs from the Nations League. We won't go into that now, it's too early. Somebody asked me about that earlier. And it's enough doing the Azeri prep, Azerbaijan
you
prep.
know the history of every Azerbaijan's family, but you can't work out.
I'm not so good on the football family. Kevin Ratcliffe and Nia Jones picking on me here on Radio World Sport. Bale crosses from the right-hand side, sweeps it out to Daniel James, who collects and then bursts inside, across the face of the penalty area, shoots right for it, took a deflection, may have even taken two deflections, and Wales win their first corner of the second half. We played 5.5 minutes after the break. They lead 1-0.
They're still defending really, really well, I think, Azerbaijan. The way they get numbers behind the ball, send you inside, one man comes out, you go past him, another man comes out. it's good defending.
Now Daniel James is taking this corner on that right-hand side. Had a warm ovation from the fans in the Canton end. James hoists the ball across. Roden heads it back. Well, he was heading, I think, for Amadou. Cleared up to Taylor by himself on the edge of the centre circle. Goes square to Allen. He's got plenty of red shirts in front of him, but he goes short to Amadou. That's not a great ball from Amadou, but Taylor keeps it in Wales' possession. Feeds it through. Here come Wales again, bursting down the right-hand side. Connor Roberts is right up there. Now they've got to get back.
Take that.
Mepham.
Yeah, booking maybe.
Yeah, he's going to be booked for that challenge on Shadiev, who had gone past him, or rather threatened to go past him, and he wasn't having any of that. So he's the first Wales player booked tonight. Just a reminder, on bookings, it's 3 bookings and you miss a game. And at the moment, Wales have got 6 players on bookings. Joe Allen, David Brooks, Gareth Bale, Chris Gunter, Ben Davies, James Lawrence. Actually make that 7 now with Christopher Mepham.
Can't afford to be losing centre-backs to bookings either.
No, but I suppose that was one he would take, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Probably, yeah. Shadiev used his body well, and we were going to be caught on a 2-on-2 otherwise.
Band is rocking on the Canton end. Crowd have stayed with Wales, but you just feel they want more than this, don't they?
Look, Rob, you've got to be patient when you're playing against a team like Azerbaijan. Look, they're set up really, really well. I can see problems for teams when they go to Azerbaijan. Hopefully not us.
This is Allen, no. Helped on by Bale down that right side. Roberts is forward again, loves getting forward. Bale now. Drives to the byline. Just gets taken off him at the crucial moment, but he manages to thread it across. And the debutant, Mustafa Zadeh, who's looked really impressive, I think, the Sabah centre-back. He was being looked at by Celtic.
Yeah, he's dealt with everything that's come his way, and you know, if you're Tom Lawrence, I'd be pulling onto the other centre half. I'd be pulling onto the captain, Medvedev.
Yeah,
he doesn't look half a player that Mustafa Zadeh does.
Yeah, well done.
Thank you. I was looking at you then, Rob, for a bit of guidance.
No, you were
I was
right
letting
there.
you go on, to be fair. Yeah.
I want to hear it in Scouse, please.
Kevin will just say the number.
Or the curly one.
The old guy at the back.
Yeah.
No.
Allen tries to feed it through to Bale. Defender got there, but Bale nicked it off him. Lawrence on the right-hand side crosses. It's that man, Mustafa Zadeh again.
He's a bit Fellaini-like, isn't he?
He is. He's got the old curly locks, hasn't he? Tall. He's got 21 under 21 caps.
How old is he, Rob? Is he?
He's 22.
Yeah.
Sorry, don't know much more about him than that.
I want to stay here more often.
They got a pair of brothers on the bench as well, the Dadashovs, Rufat and Renat.
A pair of brothers.
Well, they're not twins. There's 7 years between them, or 6 years.
Well, they're a pair, are they?
Wilson. Well, they are. They're brothers. Bale was almost in then, but Wales have got possession deep in Azerbaijan territory. Playing from right to left, all in red. White shirts packing up there around their penalty area. James doesn't get much change out of Gareth Bale. Face of the penalty area. Has to go back to Ampadu. Touches it for Taylor. Taylor has to go back to Roden. It's going all the way back.
Still got to do a little bit more for me, Neil Taylor.
Maybe Johnny Williams on, just to add a bit of...
Instead of who though, Rob?
Lawrence maybe. Play Bale up top. Roberts has made a good run down the right hand side, but Krivotchik was pretty rapid, the left back for Azerbaijan, and then a poor ball from Ampadu.
Is it a poor ball or a poor option?
Both.
I think you're right. If you compare the performances so far of Connor Roberts on the right hand side and Neil Taylor on the left, that might be why Dan James is looking so isolated. He's got nobody pulling that winger off him. He needs an option. Whether he's going to play it to them or not, he needs some help.
He's just been a little bit reluctant to go forward.
You can tell that
maybe that's down to age. You know,
maybe
you know the game a little bit more. You know you can't do what you used to be able to do.
Maybe feels he's lost half a yard of pace and he's being a bit conservative.
Week in, week out. I mean, he's an experienced player now.
Ryan Giggs strides up to the touchline to the edge of his technical area. This is his 14th game, and he'll want more than this. And the crowd are staying with this Wales team. I think they understand the youngsters have got to learn international football.
What's this? Why is Harry Wilson taking the throw in?
Well,
what's all that about? Why is your fullback not taking the throw in?
Yeah,
I don't get that.
You're taking one of our attacking players out to take. Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
You're taking an option out that you can throw it to.
Pashiev takes the Azerbaijan through.
We've got to move together here. We've got to move together.
Lawrence puts pressure on the goalkeeper, who receives the back pass and carves it out.
Too easy.
Right-footed.
I think you're right. You can't just watch your strikers go and press it.
No, you've got to be moving with them. And I think that's one of the things is because we're inexperienced at the back. I mean, Neil Taylor should be screaming there. He's the most experienced defender there. But when you've got Mepham and Roden, who are not experienced, they will get that.
Taylor cuts out a through ball on the face of his own penalty area, on the edge of his own penalty area. It's now with Roberts up to Lawrence, but the Derby County players lost it on that far touchline. And then Ampadu wins it back in midfield and drifts past Almeida. Still going, Ethan Ampadu turns, flicks it inside to Allen, who has to let the ball go past his body under pressure. Wilson's available, gets it. Taylor is just over halfway.
Get it wide early.
Yeah,
you're always taught. Get it out your feet, give it to the wide man.
Belgium have gone 2 up in San Marino. Batshuayi got the first one. And I think I saw Dries Mertens has got the second. Wales 1-0 here. Wilson, bit of space on the edge of the box. Curls it looking for Lawrence, who got into the box. Breaks to Bale on the edge of the area. Runs into too many players though. And then Taylor gives the ball away to Shedaev. Run forward by Emreli. He's in here. He's in behind the Wales defence. And he's played it straight to Hennessy. The Hennessy spilled it. And Azerbaijan have equalised through Mahir Emreli. A catalogue of errors has cost Wales. 58 minutes gone. It's Wales 1, Azerbaijan 1.
Well, you couldn't see that coming, I must admit. But it looks like we've got a mistake in us.
Yeah, sloppy ball from Taylor.
And if you have a look at Mepham, he's a little bit deep here. He's maybe not got his eye on Emerald.
And I don't know if Roden...
Sorry, Kev, Wayne Hennessy, what? It trickled into his arm, surely. Yeah. Is that the save of a goalkeeper who's hardly played this season?
Do you know what? It could have gone in that, because he's such a big lad. It's down the side of him. You know, he's not got strong hands. He's not palmed it away far enough. But you can't just blame Wayne Hennessy.
What was I talking about in the World Cup games where we were leading, Wales were leading 1-0 in games and couldn't hold the lead?
Well, I'm not being funny, Rob, but if Ben Davies is on the bench, get him on. Take Neil off.
Yeah, Taylor made a mistake in midfield.
Yeah. But he's not. For me, he's not right for some reason.
But then also, did we see Joe Roden? Joe Roden went to press that pass that Neil Taylor had given away. I'm just wondering, what would Van Dijk have done? You know, would he have dropped off? Would he just delayed it a little bit, waited for support? Does he need to go in and press? Because he leaves Neil Taylor then the wrong side trying to get a recovery in. But as you say, I mean...
But if the other centre-half sees the line of the player, he can actually come up and go to the ball with Joe Roden.
You're right.
There's nothing down his side.
It wasn't an impressive shot by the Azerbaijan striker. And, you know, Hennessy, what is he, 6'3", 6'4", Rob?
Yeah. Problems for Wales, problems for Scotland as well. They're 2-1 down to Russia, having taken the lead. James now, left-hand side for Wales. Cross into the box, goes past a crowd of players, and it goes out for a goal kick.
Well, that's the first time I've seen 4 players in the box going for a ball that's been delivered by Dan James, which is nice to see. We've just got to get somebody on. I think we're a little bit unlucky there that nobody's got anything on it. Evades all 4 of them.
You're right, it's the first time as well we've seen Dan James just take a touch out of his feet and whip a ball in. you know, he's mixing it up now. He's not just trying to take on his man every time, and now his fullback's going to be thinking, what's he doing? He's keeping him guessing.
037 110 is the call. Number to call at just before 10 o'clock. As soon as this game finishes, get on the phone. Love to hear your thoughts on this. Text 81012, tweet at BBC Radio Wales. If it stays at 1-1, I think we could be busy. We've only got until 11.
Oh, that's late.
Allen
That
is caught
late.
by Almeida on halfway. Ryan Giggs.
You've not made a song and dance about it, you don't get it. The shoe's on the other foot, he's rolling over.
Taylor, bit of atoning to do for his role in that goal. Wales need another goal now. 1-1 will not be acceptable.
Oh, what a great run.
Bale, great run down the right-hand side into top gear, crosses with the wrong foot then. And the ball is hooked out for a throw-in. Well, there's still time, just under half an hour to go, and it's 1-1 on Radio Wales Sport as Johnny Esther gets the call from Ryan Giggs.
You spoke about the Welsh fans staying with this Welsh side. I think they recognise they have a real role to play now. You know, Wales are under pressure. There's 60 minutes gone. It's 1-1 against Azerbaijan. They've got a real role to play. If we can't beat this team, ranked 109th in the world at home, when we need a win, then what's that going to do to our confidence when we face a Hungary, when we face a Belarus away?
Well, Slovakia away, which is the next game.
Next competitive game, yeah.
There's a friendly here against Belarus and on Radio Wales on Monday night from 7. James, foot race to the byline, gets there, can't deliver across though, just behind. And it's going to be
interesting.
One of the Euro 2016 veterans, Johnny Williams, rejuvenated at Charlton, helped them to promotion from League One last season. And it's Williams who's coming on for Harry Wilson.
Well, this guy gets fouls. He runs at people. He's got quick feet. And we've seen him. It looks as if he's bulked up a little bit.
Yeah, he does.
We've not seen him for a while.
You're needed, Johnny Williams.
And Harry Wilson just looked to be getting a little bit agitated. I don't know. Wasn't getting the look of the bounce, was waving his arms quite a bit at his teammates.
Yeah, I don't think his quality of set pieces was as good tonight either.
His throw-ins weren't either.
No, shouldn't have been taking them.
He's wearing 17, but he's going to go into that number 10 role as Johnny Williams.
Just look how he doesn't give us any width, does Neil Taylor. Whereas Connor Roberts, he gives us width as a fullback.
Bale has found him. Williams has pulled wide on the left.
I feel as if he's taking the easy way out in passing. I don't know, what he's been told, instructed to do.
He's not providing that impetus that Ben Davis often provides, is he? But Davis has only had one substitute appearance. Bale loses possession in midfield, and then Shediev is flying down that far touchline.
He'll go down.
He has gone down, but there's no foul. Oh, Shediev has broken through Bale's tackle into the penalty area. Hits Mepham, who doesn't know where the ball is. It's now hoisted up in the air by Bale as it bounced back to him. James is in quickly and gets a return from Lawrence, but there's not many red shirts ahead of him.
I tell you what, they've got bodies back.
They have. Taylor now over halfway. Williams is on the left wing. This is Johnny Williams. First run with the ball. Plays it back to Taylor. Taylor has to go wide again to Williams. Up against Pashev, who gave Wales the lead. Williams drills in a low cross. Lawrence lays it back to Allen. Touch to Daniel James. James shoots on the turn, just past Aguirre's right-hand post.
Well, are we trying to push the button? Finally. We've just got to hit this target. Tell you what, you got to give it to the Azerbaijanis. They're defending like Trojans. They are really putting the bodies on the line. They're getting behind the ball, making it very difficult for us. They're doubling up on wide players.
Yeah, and they're forcing Wales to be ever so intricate in and around that box. Just thinking back to Neil Taylor, we used to seeing him in a Welsh shirt, maybe in a back five, where he knows he's got, the three centre-backs behind him if they are caught in possession. The fact he's now full back in a back four, could that explain why he's been a bit more conservative?
I'm not quite sure. What does he play for for Villa, do they play with 3 centre-backs as well? Don't think Rob's done that.
No, I'm looking.
Oh, well done. Oh, go on, Johnny.
James is taken out in centre circle.
That's good refereeing that, by the way.
He allowed play to go on, and then he books Almeida. Amadou takes the free kick quickly, but too quickly for the liking of the referee, and it's 1-1. And if it finishes 1-1, this will go down as one of the shock results for Wales in recent years. They've actually got a good record on September the 6th in the last few years. Won here 4-1 against against the Republic of Ireland last season. Beat Moldova the season before that. Home and away, so the year before that as well. So September the 6th is usually a lucky time for them. And they beat Azerbaijan on September the 6th, many moons ago when Sam Vokes scored. Allen shoots right-footed. Shot for handball.
Referee's in a bad position to actually make a judgment on this. There's too many bodies in front of him. There was a strong appeal there.
Well, Allen hit it right-footed.
I don't agree with that when there's plenty of his body in front, isn't it?
From the throw on the right, Bale shoots! Oh, keeper's just parried it down. Two-hander handle at the near post.
A little bit more from Ryan for that. Tell you what, this player's gone down. Why he's gone down, I'm not quite sure. He's got cramp.
Well, he's gone down because Wales are on top at the minute.
I was just about to say the same thing, Nia. Nia Jones and Kevin Ratcliffe alongside me, anxiously watching an anxious Wales performance at the moment. 1-1. Rashad Iyubov is about to come on for Azerbaijan, but will Wales take the corner first.
Terrific strike, by the way, by Gareth Bale.
Johnny Williams takes this corner from the right-hand side. Drills it. He was looking for Allen, but got nowhere near him. James wins the header back into the Azerbaijan box. Pumped out by Garayev.
Got to say, our set pieces have been poor, especially corners.
I was going to say woeful. So Richard Almeida is replaced by Rashad Iyubov, who's also played for the Ukraine under 17s. That's one of the easy names gone.
Iyubov's not bad though, Rob.
No, Iyubov is not bad.
You can say it.
1-1. Time is starting to tick against Wales. 68 minutes on the clock. Roden again into Allen. Inside right position. Wide now. Low ball into the box. Bale couldn't turn on it.
It's difficult that, when you're in the box there with your back to play.
Johnny Williams into Bale again. Run out to the right hand side. Roberts is like a right winger at the moment. Holds it up. Brings in Bale, level with the penalty area to that near far touchline. Then he breaks across field. He's going to switch play, but Taylor hasn't gone wide enough, so he has to turn back. Ampadu under pressure, but he finds Allen in space. Allen into Lawrence, leaves it for Bale. But Azerbaijan read that.
They'll be looking to break away and maybe get another chance in this game. Because obviously we've got to win this. We've got to win it.
Allen, good challenge, high up the field. Breaks to Lawrence, who's offside. Good shout, Kevin.
It's good play. It's good play by the Azerbaijanis. They're really together. The way they're working, they're condensing the areas, they're denying you space.
They are, but once we go down one side, and it tends to be the right because of the joy we're getting with Connor Roberts' width, we're then obsessed with going down that side, and Gareth Bale was desperately staring at Taylor then to offer him something to the left, to switch the ball, to drag the Azerbaijan defence across, and he had nothing.
He's not wide enough.
No, they had to go back down the right, and as you say, Azerbaijan are more than happy to deal with that.
This is not good enough for Wales. It's 1-1. And we're approaching the last 20 minutes. Agayev takes his time with the free kick, but he picks up one of his own men, Shedayev.
Oh, you can see that one when there's plenty of bodies in front of you.
Yeah.
What is that? 20 minutes left, Rob. They've got to be patient still. Plenty of time.
Well, this is the 7th meeting between the two sides, and Azerbaijan have had a 1-1 draw in 2004. This would be like Christmas for them as they play the free kick into the box, and Hennessy collects this time, but there's no real red shirt for him to play it out long. Taylor, he's given the ball away again inside his own half.
He doesn't want it, Rob, he doesn't want it. He doesn't run with width, as a fullback should be giving you width.
Emrali, the goal scorer, right side of the Wales penalty area, comes back out of Pashayev, the other goal scorer. 1-1, Pashayev own goal, Emrali reply. Cross into the box, but it's going beyond Emrali, and it's out for a throw-in. Ryan Giggs returns to his technical area, chat with his coaches.
Neil Taylor's a little bit out of sorts. I don't know what's wrong with him. He certainly is. As a manager, you've got to notify that and do something about it. We've got Ben Davies, like I said. What a difference he will make coming on.
And
is he fit? That's the question.
Why is he on the bench?
Yeah.
Shahriar.
They don't give us that opportunity to actually talk about it.
Rahimov has gone off. Well, is it? Well, it does. I've always said if you're on the bench, you're fit.
Yeah.
But whether he's match fit is the problem, isn't it?
Rob, there's only 10-20 minutes to go, so
you could do that, Rob.
You don't have to be match fit.
I got to keep you pair in check, haven't I?
Yeah, this is all, gamesmanship. I don't blame the Azerbaijan's one bit. There's Ben Davies warming up now.
And
I think it might be better throwing Vokes on as well, giving you a little bit of a focal point up front.
Rahimov, who went down injured, has been replaced by Tamkin Khalilzadeh.
I'd like to see Vokes on come as well, Rats. I think you're right. If we're gonna break quickly, he's that target man. You can bounce off him. You can bring those faster people into play, but
I think you can throw balls into the box as well, can't you?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
1-1, some anxious faces around this Cardiff City Stadium.
Vokes is coming on.
Yeah, Vokes returns to the dugout. Sam Vokes. Wales.
Look how wide Connor Roberts is to Neil Taylor. Neil Taylor's 20-25 yards in, and then receives this ball.
And there's nowhere for him to go, really, is there?
No.
And
See,
he
doesn't even want to play the ball wide.
No. Ampadu down the middle to Johnny Williams. Williams on the edge of the D. Plays it right to Allen. Connor Roberts cuts inside. Slides it through to Joe Allen. Allen holds it up. Back to Roberts. Prods it into the 6-yard box. Headed out. Breaks for Ampadu. Can't get the shot away. Blocked. As the anthem rings out from the Grange end here at the Cardiff City Stadium, where Emrali is on the attack at the other end.
It's the runner.
Now there's an Azerbaijan player down again, the one who blocked the Ampadu attempted drive. And Sam Vokes is about to enter the fray, so who comes off?
Yeah, Tom Lawrence, there's no doubt about that. I don't know though.
I suppose that shows attacking intent from Giggs. He's taken off a centre midfielder, bringing on a striker.
Yeah, Ethan Ampadu's.
I think Joe Allen now will play a little bit of a holding role. He was playing very, very much a forward, thinking midfield player's role before. But we've got to be careful we don't lose this game.
Yeah.
Leaving us a little bit wide open in midfield. Who's going to be...
Right, here we go. First touch by Vokes, wins a flicked header.
You've got to gamble when he's playing.
Ivachuk clears it up to halfway. Allen is all over his man and gives away the foul inside the centre circle.
Here he comes up to his belly button. I'm not sure how he's fouled in there.
Yeah, well, I'm just a little bit worried now in that midfield area.
Johnny Williams seems to be slitting in just alongside Joe Allen defensively.
Tom Lawrence looks as if he's dropped as well. Let it go.
Roden listens to Kevin Ratcliffe. Elsewhere, Austria 3, Latvia 0, Germany 2, Netherlands 2, San Marino 0, Belgium 3, Scotland 2-1 down home to Russia. In the other group game tonight, Croatia are 3 up in Slovakia, Slovenia lead Poland 2-0. Here it's 1-1. Earlier on today, the Wales under-21s beat Belgium 1-0 at the racecourse. Wales need some inspiration. Maybe Johnny Williams can do it. Plays a little 1-2. It's an awkward one though.
I just don't think Neil Taylor knows where he is tonight.
I think he thinks he's in centre mid. I'd love to see his heat map.
Roberts wise to James, who's popped up on the right hand side. Moves inside, tries to break through 2, does, runs into a 3rd. And Azerbaijan smuggled the ball up to Shaidev. Brought down by Joe Allen though. And this is all frustration, and there's a Azerbaijan coach on the side.
Panicking a little bit, Rob. We're panicking a little bit, and we've just got to slow down a bit, get the ball wide, get the ball in the box, and then feed off Sam Vokes. Look for second balls.
Rob Page goes to give Ryan Giggs some support. Ball forward is headed down by Roden. Here comes Roberts, but he's got an awful long way to go. Back to his clubmate Roden. Former Swansea player Taylor now, up to halfway. Gets it back from Johnny Williams. Bale on his left. Into Williams again, the substitute. 77 minutes on the clock. 1-1 on Radio Well Sport. Call Rob to follow. 03700 100 110. Roberts touches it forward to Allen. Johnny Williams has space to run to the edge of the box. Curls a left-footed cross. I don't know who that was to, but he's put it up for a throw-in on the far side near the Azerbaijan left-back corner flag.
It's just not good enough at the moment.
He's doing the hard bit, Johnny Williams. He's found a yard of space a couple of times now. His final ball, though, it looks a bit of a guess. He's swinging one in. There's no actual direction behind it. But I think, going back to the Neil Taylor point, I don't think he realises the importance of his role in attack. Even if he gets width, as soon as Wales have got the ball, even if he gets width, it gives Emrelli something to think about. At the minute, the winger and the full-back can just sit into that back 4, back 5, and it takes away from Gareth Bale, who's out there at the minute.
Davis is coming on for the last 12 minutes, the Tottenham Hotspur left-back. Wales move forward again down their right-hand side to Roden on the edge of the centre circle. Williams picks up a space in between the lines. Darting run out to the left. Plays in Bale. Bale goes on the outside of Emrelli. Low cross into the box. And Ageyev plunged on it in his 6-yard box and knows the cameras are on, knows his side are in.
I don't think Neil Taylor's been inside the last third of the pitch.
No, I think you're right.
In the whole match. Well, maybe in the first half, but definitely not in the second half.
Ageyev launches it long.
But the one thing I can't understand is why isn't Ryan Giggs actually telling him, pulling him out here?
Yeah, you're right, considering they're on the same touchline as well.
He's on the dugout side, if you see what I mean. Wales playing right to left. Bale. Not seen too much of him in this second half.
Well, there's no space. It's too slow.
Allen, centre circle. Roberts, who's been one of the more effective attacking players, goes wide to James. James bursts down that right side. Low cross into the box. Connor Roberts gets a left-footed touch and just turns it wide of the far post.
I'm not too sure if something was given there. That's no surprise.
Fantastic play from Connor Roberts in that move as well. He started it off. His pace alone and his intent when he's making runs is enough to wake Wales up a bit. And he's unfortunate. He gets a bit of a glancing touch on it with his left foot. Lets it run across his body, but just not enough. It goes wide of the far post.
Well, he got a goal here a year ago against the Republic of Ireland. The best performance under Ryan Giggs exactly a year ago. They need something now. Vokes taken out.
There we go.
By Medvedev. Free kick Wales, and they can launch this in
straight away. He's come on, won the header. Ben Davis.
Davis thinks about taking the free kick. He does now. Mepham. Every Azerbaijan player, almost everyone behind the ball. Allen ferries it right to Daniel James, but they're double banking James. Allen has to go back there. into Johnny Williams. Williams onto his left foot, heads towards the penalty area. Free kick Wales, brought down by Krivotsyuk.
No, he gets free kicks, this lad. He runs at you.
Ben Davies knows the score. Just throws the ball straight to Gareth Bale.
Yeah, that's a lunge at him. And this is when you want your man to hit the target. They will be worried stiff.
Now Gareth, there's no Harry Wilson to take the ball off you. Bale scored his first goal since March, when he netted 2 for Real Madrid on Sunday night against the Yellow Submarines of Villarreal. Can he step up for Wales? His last goal was against Denmark last autumn. It's a free kick to Wales. We've seen him deliver before. The wall is being put, 2 yards back inside their own penalty area. It's probably slightly left of centre. Bale is a picture of concentration. Stood about 4 or 5 yards from the ball. The referee making sure the wall is behind his snowy line. And it's Gareth Bale looking to rescue Wales again. Steps up, hits it, hits the wall. Bounces back for Roden. Davis now. Out to Williams, gives the ball away, the substitute. Shedbayev tries to break past Roden, but he does ever so well to keep the ball in play. He's played it into the Azerbaijan half. Lawrence was across there, putting pressure on Pashayev. Lobs it forward onto halfway. And it's a Wales throw which Davis takes quickly. We're into 8 minutes, just under to go. It's 1-1 on Radio Well Sport. This is not what these fans came here for. This would be a shock draw, or worse.
I'd like to see us skip a player out. When we're switching the ball, we're using everybody. We're passing it to the player next to us. I want to see somebody get it out their feet, like Ash Williams used to do, and hit a diag.
Allen has given the ball away. What a great run back by Connor Roberts. He gave Krivotsyuk a good 10-15 yards, robbed him, and then is heading, steaming back forward as Williams attacks down the left. Good surge by Johnny Williams. Wide is Bale. Bale ambles inside, fires it square. Lawrence leaves it for Daniel James. 25 yards out, plays it wide to Connor Roberts. Roberts sweeps it into the box, headed down for Allen to shoot. Took 2 deflections. Header from Bale! Was it over?
It's a goal. It's a goal.
It's a goal. It's Gareth Bale with a header. Everybody stopped. Bale with a close range nod. And Gareth Bale has saved Wales again. It's Wales 2, Azerbaijan 1. And what a relief around the Cardiff City Stadium.
Tell you what, I didn't think it was going to come, Rob. And I'm not sure still did it go in. But, you know, it's a great strike. We've reacted, he's jumped. Keeper's in no man's land. That is a definite goal. You don't need VAR for that. Well, there's a flare on the pitch, which you don't like to see.
Yeah, there is a flare.
Bad memories, that is.
Absolutely.
93 was it, Rob?
It was 93, November 93 against Romania.
I was 1.
I was there.
I was on holiday. I was injured.
But Gareth Bale, his 32nd goal for Wales. He pulls, what is it now, 4 goals clear of the great Ian Rush. At the top of the Wales goal-scoring charts.
They've been pushing, Rob. Johnny Williams has had a great impact on this game since he's come on.
I've never seen a left-back have an impact as well when he comes on, wins a header. It's just his tempo, passing the ball. And when he passes it, Ben Davies doesn't half-wrap it. You know, you've got to be aware when it comes in.
Wasn't great defending by Azerbaijan, but...
Keeper got it. I tell you what, I think it was Vokes who got in the way of the keeper coming out. Stopped him coming for it.
Here comes Johnny Williams again. Can Wales add to the Azerbaijan woe? Bale, the goal scorer, head towards the byline. Oh, lovely cross. can't find Vokes, comes back out to Johnny Williams. Williams flicks it over the top. I think it was handball, was it? Or maybe offside. May have been handball by Johnny Williams claims he went off his forehead.
He's a breath of fresh air, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's full of energy.
Yeah, he's a little dynamo, isn't he?
Yeah, remember him, was it Slovakia in the Euros, Rob? Yeah. He got battered, absolutely battered. The lad from Liverpool should have been sent off in that game.
Skirtle.
And he never even got a foul.
So Dmitry Nazarov is going off, and Askbala Ramazanov, who's making his debut. And I said Bale has saved Wales. I hope I wasn't speaking too soon. Still 4 minutes to go. It's Wales 2, Azerbaijan 1.
Well, they've gone 4-4-2.
Metham wins a header. Vital now, an absolutely crucial few minutes of Ryan Giggs. He's been under fan pressure, there's no doubt about that. I won't say FAW pressure, but fan pressure. Here come Azerbaijan moving towards the Wales penalty area. They play it out to the left-hand side. The substitute, Ramazanov, is on the ball. Still out on that far side, plenty of red shirts back. But good break into the box.
What's out there?
Tackled by Metham. Well, and then Allen buys a free kick.
Joe Allen stuck his foot out. He was lucky. Cleverer player would have looked for his foot and just gone over it.
And the ref had given it based on the rest of this match.
Yeah.
So need to be very careful.
So with Croatia winning 3-0 in Slovakia, Hungary stay top on 9 points. Croatia joined them, and Wales are just above Slovakia on 6 points, with an even goal difference, as opposed to Slovakia's -2, and Wales go to Slovakia next at the Belarus friendly on Monday. Vokes has won another header, but they can't pick up the second ball off him. His 63rd cap tonight.
And then that's a booking, come on. 2 fouls.
That was Iubov, the substitute.
Tell you what, our work rate's been brilliant tonight. Tom Lawrence has worked unbelievably hard for the team.
And actually, if we do get over the line in this game, if we do take 3 points from this match for 2-1, it would probably serve them better in the long run than a comfortable 4 or 5-0 win, compared to the teams that they're going to have to come up against. There's going to be hostile environments, they're going to be tighter matches.
Never forget Euro 2016 started with a 2-1 win in Azerbaijan when Bale saved Wales.
Conor Roberts then didn't know what to do. All he needed to do was put the ball in the corner, because he's not been brought up to do that.
Turn in midfield, Williams is back helping out.
Here we go.
Oh, it's been fantastic. Bale on halfway into Lawrence. Back to Davis of Tottenham.
His first touch is forward, Ben Davis. If you watch Neil Taylor, I'm sorry about going on about him, but he hasn't had the best of games. His first touch wasn't in front of him, it was always inside.
03700 100 110. Love to get your thoughts on this. You can call us now, you can book your place. We're on until 11. We'll bring you reaction from downstairs as well, where my colleagues will be chasing Wales players, and we'll hear from Ryan Giggs before Chris Leeds in the garden at 11 o'clock. And Croatia have just added another one in Slovakia, so they are now leading 4-0. The magic anthem is being sung again. The clock ticks down to nearly 90 minutes.
What is he doing? What is he doing?
Poor clearance by Hennessy, and Allen had to buy himself a booking there because.
But do you know the worst thing
by Khalil Zadeh.
Rob, why isn't he having a go at the keeper? Why isn't he absolutely slaughtering him? That is so poor. Straight ball, midfield player.
Now 3 minutes of added time. And Azerbaijan have a free kick. Joe Allen has been booked for the second time in this competition. Doesn't mean a ban. You have to be
how many caps?
Booked three times for a booking. Wayne Hennessy, 86 caps, 85th cap tonight.
I would have thought 6 he'd got.
Well, he's hardly played this season, Kev, I've got to say.
I mean, that's not something you get with game time, though, Rob. That's just a sloppy pass.
Yeah.
That's a sloppy pass in the middle of the pitch. You know, 3 minutes to go, game management.
Just go down.
Yeah, knock it down. You get the biggest cheer of the night, probably.
Yeah. Well, 1, 2, 3 Azerbaijan players stood over this as the Netherlands lead 4-2 in Germany. It's 2-1 to Wales here, but it's on a knife edge because Azerbaijan have a free kick about 7 or 8 yards from the Wales penalty area, left of centre. Medvedev is there, just looking to see who else is there. Thinking maybe Shadeyev.
He scored a couple of goals in this campaign so far.
He has. It is Shadeyev. Hits it. Hits the wall. Comes back onto Shadeyev. Lobs it into the box. Davis has to deal with it. Loses possession on this near side. Azerbaijan are not out of this yet. It's 2-1. But they're pressing forward, looking for a sensational equaliser. Emreli into the penalty area, can't get past Davis.
There's a breakaway.
Wales still don't have it. Now they do, and Davis just hooks it out for a throw-in. It'll do anywhere at the moment. We're into added time. We played 2 minutes of the added 3. Oh, Williams loses possession. Burst into the Wales penalty area, and a shot. And it was saved. Ramazanov took a deflection, his little poke shot, right-footed, cutting in from the right-hand side, and there was just a half a block on it. Croatia have beaten Slovakia by 4-0. And Wales are inching to a vital win here. They've lost possession again in midfield, but Allen wins it back, and then he's brought down by Eubov.
He's just been booked. He's off.
And Eubov is going to be booked. No, I don't think he was just now. I think he got away with it.
He didn't get booked. It was
That's brave from Allen as well, isn't it? Going in there.
Yeah.
At this stage of the game.
Really poor free kick. That's the final whistle, and it brings relief rather than an unconfined joy at the Cardiff City Stadium, because Wales have made hard work of this against the so-called minnows of the group. Azerbaijan pegged them back. In fact, they scored 2 of the goals as Wales got on their way with an own goal. But Gareth Bale, just as he did in Euro 2016 qualifying, came to the rescue again. The talisman delivered late but on time, and Wales have still got hopes of qualification for Euro 2020. It's finished. Wales 2, Azerbaijan 1.